It's a running theme, by the way, Sandy, that the guest is mean to Ryan, so...
I mean, it's optional, but...
It's optional, but we'll judge you if you don't.
So I'll just have to do the opposite and be incredibly aggrandizing and build Ryan up the whole show.
He doesn't need that.
Someone's got to do it.
If you would listen to the earlier podcasts, you would realise that you don't want to do that.
It just makes him worse.
Yeah.
He's like a gremlin and you're pouring water on him.
Right. Don't feed the ego.
Welcome to the GLHF podcast.
Hello, and welcome to Game and Fortune, the show where the game is utter nonsense and the prize for our winner is exposure. I hope you're very excited, Sandy.
Yes.
Yeah. Game and Fortune is a shambles of a game show, but at least it is a distraction from the inevitable doom spiral of the universe. In this game, players compete against each other to prove their video game knowledge, risking their lives and reputations in the process. Come with us as we spiral slowly into the abyss. I am your host, the reviled Dave Breens, and unfortunately I'm here with him again. I'm here with Kirk McKeans, also known as the Schwip Schwip King in the North, and Mr. Lover Lover.
There's a in the script.
I want to say
I feel like you're using these as some sort of perverted wish fulfillment, and I'm not on board with it.
Yeah. He's
is
collecting
weird.
all the sound bites of me describing him in like sensual ways, and
You're going to be blackmailed for the rest of your life with
it's
this.
all in the compromat. It is. You're going to say the line, Kirk?
I'm not going to say they call me Mr. Boombastic.
You wrote the
the
line.
moment's gone.
The
moment's gone.
The last time I
Just
looked at
carry
the
on.
script, there was a different line, and he changed it. Today, we are joined by George Young.
Hiya.
Oh, yeah. Joined by Ryan Woodrow.
Quarrelling quizzes, quickly qualifying questions, are we?
What the fuck?
All right, well, I'm glad you
brought
did
it
it.
back. He's
Yeah.
brought a quip back.
Yeah, it's because I berated him for it in a YouTube video.
Every time I don't do one, someone has a go at me for not doing one. But
You
then when
said
I
you
do
had a
one,
list.
everyone says it was shit. So, you know.
I
You-
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I want to punch you even more now.
Okay, fine. Come to my house then.
And we're also joined by a very special guest, the absurdly talented pixel artist best known for Shovel Knight, Sandy Gordon. How you doing?
Hello. Happy to be here, and I am also impressed by Ryan's intro.
Really?
Surely not.
You don't have to just say that. Usually we're mean to Ryan.
Yeah.
Kirk?
I think Ryan's intro probably took longer to write than the script, to be honest.
So, Sandy, how's life been lately? Okay.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. We've been getting an unusual amount of rain here in Los Angeles, and it's making people a little stir crazy because it's cooping them up inside more often than usual. But I like it. I'm from the East Coast of the U.S. Originally, and we get a lot of rain out there. So this feels more like home to me.
And your background is obviously as an artist, but it's pixel art specifically, right?
It is, yeah.
What drew you to pixel art?
Oh wow, that's a potentially a long story. I guess the short of it is that I honestly just fell into it. What drew me was not really knowing or having direction as to what I wanted to do career-wise for a long time. I tried to get into arts in some capacity for many years. I went to college for it. I was a graphic designer for a couple of years professionally. And I left because I'd always wanted to pursue games in some capacity. And my portfolio was very generalist. It was like, oh, this guy can do a little bit of illustration, a little bit of graphic design, a little bit of XYZ. And nobody wanted to hire me for that. It's, as I'm sure many people know, it's hard to get a job when you're not focusing fire in a specific direction. And, really having honed your skills for a long time on something specific. So, especially in video games. So one day I was watching Twitch, and at the time the game Nuclear Throne was being developed. And I saw some of the team members who I'm lucky enough to now call friends, I think it was specifically JW doing programming and Paul Veer doing pixel art on the game. And I thought that looks really fun. It's incredibly charming. I never thought pixel art could be a career. Let me try my hand at this. And so I spent what has now been, I guess since 2014. So better part of, I guess, 10 years now doing pixel art every day. And
Were you terrible at it when you started?
Oddly enough, I wouldn't say I was terrible. And I think the only reason, I mean, looking back compared to my current
Yeah,
work,
sure.
yes. So relatively speaking, but, and I'm not trying to like big myself up or anything, because I'm sure anyone looking at my old art would be like, yeah, that's not great. But I think that relative to what it could have been, because I had studied illustration already, and I understood things like proportion and just general design sensibilities, I think influenced my ability to approach pixel art in a way that worked. And I usually tell people that pixel art is more like doing a little puzzle than it is drawing. But having a background in drawing is also very helpful when it comes to understanding how to make something aesthetic. So
From the outside, it feels like pixel art would have quite a few limitations as well, but like people just find ways to do things all the time. Do those limitations like make it more exciting for you, maybe?
yeah, absolutely. And it's funny you say that, because you're right. The limitations are not there inherently, right? Pixel art's just a medium. It's like oil painting or watercolor. You can approach it in any way you want. So there are high bit pixel artists who don't really follow restrictions. They're effectively just painting with a hard brush, right? Just with squares. And that work looks amazing. But for me, things changed when I joined Yacht Club 7 years ago now, Yacht Club Games, and started working on King of Cards, which is one of the expansions in the Shovel Knight series. And I learned a lot about using restrictions in my pixel art, and it changed the way that I approached making things, because I had only a limited set of colors to choose from. I had to confine myself to making the sprites a certain size. And that might sound limiting, and it is in some ways, but it's also creatively freeing, because I didn't have to worry about picking from an infinite selection of colors, or what size am I going to make this game or character. It's like, no, the reference we're using says characters must be, one tile, 16 by 16 pixels or 32 by 32 pixels. And so you're starting with a base and a foundation that is, it makes the process more streamlined, because everyone's already on the same page as to what we're expecting and what things should generally look like.
I guess that helps give you like a visual consistency as well, right?
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Yeah. Well, you're working on next thing now, aren't you? A new IP called Mina the Hollower, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything you can say about that yet, or is it too early?
I mean, I can say a lot. The game's been in development for about 3 years now. There's a trailer you can go watch on YouTube if you just search for Mina the Hollower. It's a Castlevania-like top-down game in the vein of old school Game Boy Color titles like Zelda: Link's Awakening, the Oracle games, Dragon Quest Monsters kind of aesthetic. But yeah, I'm very proud of it. The whole team's working super hard. We're trying to get it out as soon as possible, and it's going to be a robust game. I'll put it that way. we tend to overscope at Yacht Club a little bit, so yeah, people will have a lot to look forward to when they play it.
I'm looking forward to having a robust time with it.
So put that on the box for sure.
Yeah, robust. R for robust.
Rated R.
Rated R.
All right, Dave, my shiny little demon, on with the show.
Yeah, okay, all right. This week we'll kick things off with 2 truths and a lie. Our special guest will tell us 2 truths and a lie, and the other 2 guests will have 1 guess between them to figure out the lie. The contestants get 1 point each if they win, but Sandy will get 3 points if he wins.
Ooh.
Yep, the pressure's on. I would guess just reel them off one after the other, Sandy. Let's go for it.
All right. I'm really gunning for that 3 points of exposure here. So I'm gonna do my best to fool you all. I will start by saying it's a little unfair because George and I have history, so this might be easier for you to.
We need the advantage. Come on.
I'll just say that if I know something, then I'll disclose it. I'll be a
Throw
good
everyone
little
else off the
journalist.
trail instead. Yeah. Okay, so the first one is that I have traveled to 5 of 7 continents.
Okay.
The second one is that I have never seen The Lord of the Rings. And the third is that my name is not Sandy.
Okay.
All right, well, straight away, what's your name? Go on then.
Sandy.
You just said it wasn't.
I did.
Ryan, he's got you there.
Well, that's Ryan's question done. What about you, George?
Well, see. I don't know about that one. Because I know Sandy's name, and I think Sandy is your name, right? Right.
I mean, yeah.
So
am I playing the game wrong? Did I misinterpret the rules?
No.
Okay.
You're not meant to ask, is that a lie? Like, that's not how it works.
No. Okay, so let me explain what I'm going on about. His name is Alexander, but I think Sandy is a normal contraction of Alexander. I think it's fine. Although I will say the whole time I lived in Japan, I called him Alex. So maybe.
So then it's true. His name's not Sandy. It's not the name on your
think
birth
it is.
certificate.
I don't know. I think it's fine. But then I don't know if what Sandy's thinking is that, oh yeah, that isn't Alexander. So that's confused me. But I will ask
Sandy's
a
played
question
the blinder
anyway.
here.
What were the other 2 stories now? I've forgotten them. I've
Yeah.
got lost in
No.
this.
Wow.
I will ask, why have you refused to watch Lord of the Rings then?
It just I don't like high fantasy, to be honest. It just doesn't interest me. Like the idea of like pretentious elves, just kind of, expressionless characters with clothes that have like no wear and tear to them, going through some story that is really just an allegory for religion or other things. It's just I prefer like gritty, grounded fantasy generally. I mean, I'm not even a huge fantasy guy to begin with. It's more just like, if I'm gonna watch it, I'd prefer that it be a little more grounded and take me somewhere more interesting. I guess Game of Thrones is a little closer to what I would prefer in my fantasy, like dark fantasy.
Yeah, I agree. Lord of the Rings is shit.
I thought it was an allegory for homosexuality.
I'm sure that's there too. The tree ents are really hot. Yeah. Merry and Pippin spending all those nights with those trees.
You get lonely up there.
Yeah.
You get lonely up there.
I thought George was just making a joke about the title, but
You don't get lonely if the trees are alive, to be fair.
That is
I
true.
don't like Lord of the Rings. I think
No, I don't like Lord of the
Sandy's
Rings either.
saved a lot of time.
I've
It's
only
like
watched one of
9
the
hours
films.
of life saved.
they are fucking boring. I'll give that.
They do look super boring.
I did watch them after years of falling asleep while trying to watch them, and I enjoyed it, but I don't. It's not One Piece.
Hey, Sandy, there's a TV
It's
series now as well, and that's even longer and worse.
Piece, is it?
It's not One Piece. Wow.
Greatest story ever told, isn't it, Dave?
It is. Also, since we're here, I wanna say I thought his name was going to be Sandford because that was my grandfather's name, who was called Sandy. I was like, is this Sandford Gordon here?
That's definitely an old man name. I don't think
I mean,
anyone.
yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that was my name, I'd shorten it as well.
Who calls a baby that though? Like, who says that to a baby?
I don't
You're
know,
Sanford.
in like the 40s or 50s,
Sanford.
whatever the fuck it was. I guess it was all right.
I just
Yeah,
couldn't
no.
look at my baby the same way if I called it Sanford.
How would you look at it?
Like, with pure disgust.
It's a good question. It's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So the difficulty I'm having with this one, right, is normally at least one of the stories that someone tells is like so specific that it surely has to be true. But this one, like, they're all just really easy lies. Oh, I've been to 5 of 7 continents. I'll just change the number. Oh, I've not watched, pick a franchise out of thin air. Lord of the Rings. There you go. There's an easy lie. There's none that's like screaming to me out of the 3 as like, that's obviously true.
So,
Are you
mad
coming
that
at
he's good
Sandy
the
for not
game?
putting enough effort in? Is that what you're saying?
No, he put in the correct amount of effort. This is high tier strategy.
He's disguising the lie. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's good.
What do you think, John?
I'm into it.
Well, like 5 continents, right? We got Japan, North America. I assume you've gone South America as well, right? And then, yeah, I don't think
Don't answer that, Sandy.
I don't think like
I'd say
Europe
nothing.
Oh, Australia! I'm pretty sure Australia. So, like, putting Europe in that is not like that big a stretch. But yeah, it literally comes down to whether he considers Alexander and Sandy the same
Oh,
name.
not that again.
It's like saying Georgina and George is the same name. I'm going to say that the Sandy is the lie. I'm going to say that's the lie. I believe Sandy's a good boy.
Don't say that. Hang on, you can't just say that without consulting me. No.
Does Ryan get the final say? Are you locking that in?
This is supposed to be a consensus, but
We're supposed to be a team here, George. You can't go rogue like that.
I was just giving my opinion. My opinion.
I honestly kind of think that in a split situation where there's only 2 contestants, maybe we should just let them pick one each.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and only one of us gets the points.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, George, you've gone for that. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a coin flip. I'm going to say that never watching Lord of the Rings is a lie.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Okay.
Sandy, reveal
Sanford.
your truths.
My truths are that Lord of the Rings is my favorite movie.
I didn't know that.
Yes, indeed.
But have you read One Piece?
I have also read One Piece, and I'm gonna have to go on record saying that Lord of the Rings is better than One Piece.
Oh my god!
I'm definitely as somebody who had a Sanji plush on their wall in middle school. I'm gonna say that One Piece is highly overrated.
Oh my! That's it. You've
Oh,
pissed
we're
Dave off
starting
now.
wars now.
Nah, I've seen Lord of the Rings, mate.
The extended editions, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
And we watched The Hobbit after.
Okay. Well, that's where you ruined it. That's where you went wrong.
Oh, they ruined it, not me.
Well, you ruined your impression of Lord of the Rings by watching the Hobbit movies.
I'm going to say now Sandy's an impeccable liar. I didn't think he had it in him because we talked about Lord of the Rings for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had good reasons for being down. I was agreeing with him. I was like, yeah, it's shit.
Yeah.
I think the general consensus in the room is that Lord of the Rings is bad, to be fair.
It sure sounded like that. I started feeling this like hostility for something that I cherish, and I was getting scared.
Hold it in.
Yeah.
Now you really do know how I feel as the One Piece fan around here, you know?
Right. Are you the only one? The only one
He
One
is.
Piece?
Fucking feels like it.
He is.
I've just never consumed it. I don't.
I tried to watch an
Most of us
episode.
just- Yeah.
I tried to watch an episode and I just thought, what the fuck is this shit? He got a stretchy arm. He got a stretchy arm, Dave. He said gum gum pistol. What's that all about?
I feel like it's you had to be there kind of situation.
Yeah.
You had to have grown up with it to really have the nostalgia. And
I got into it in my early 20s because I was unemployed. I don't know what to tell you.
all right, well, you're still youthful in your early 20s. You're impressionable.
I didn't feel it.
You're still gullible.
When did you see Lord of the Rings? Now we really is getting hostile.
Last year. Yeah.
Should we move on to the next round?
should,
What do you
we
think?
should.
Please.
Okay. This week's theme is pixel art games.
Ooh.
And next up, we've got Buzzword, our quick fire quiz.
Why has your voice gone like that, Dave?
I don't know why I did it. I'm sorry. In
He's
this
made his
round,
podcaster voice lower than usual.
in this round, the judge reads out questions, and the contestants have to buzz in to answer them. Correct answers get 1 point, and the contestants can buzz in if the person before them gets a question wrong. Unfortunately, the judge spent the budget we had aside for buzzards. Buzzers? The judge spent the budget we had aside for buzzers on a really nice spork. So each contestant will need to select a word to represent their buzzer. And I would like to know what you intend to consume with said spork.
Stew.
I feel like you just spoon it. I feel like you just spoon it.
Yeah, but you can stab the
meat.
chunky bits then.
Yeah, but you could... How big is this meat?
Big meat, man.
I feel like if it's not big enough... I feel like if it's too
what they
big to
call him.
spoon, then you need a knife.
That's one of my other aliases.
meat.
Big
If
meat.
it's too big to spoon, you need a knife. That applies.
No, you don't. You don't. Just chew it off.
There's a lot of big meat in one piece. I will say that. Dave knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Right. So, we're going to go around and talk about our buzzers. George, you got a good buzzword.
Okay, so I thought it was just going to be indie games, so I've been thrown for a loop. But I prepared my buzzer anyway, so I'll go for it. I wanted to do the grub noise from Hollow Knight. Like, I think it's good.
Has
Nice.
George ever had a buzzword that's like actually a word?
No.
It's
Yeah.
just always
Scream.
noises.
Scream!
I did scream once.
Yeah.
You did.
I like to
Was
do
it
an
the
impression.
word scream, or did you
Yeah.
scream?
Yeah,
No, the word.
from
Oh, was it-
Lies of P.
Yeah, Scream
Oh,
and
okay.
Requiem for me. Yeah.
I just remember you
That's
like
too
going
long.
ha 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 or something once, and that's it.
I mean, there's a lot of them like that, yeah.
Okay, sorry. Right. Anyway, Ryan, you've had enough time to think of one, right?
You're right. I did. I had so much time to think of one that I resorted to the default option, which is just whatever's in front of you on your desk. So I went for peg because I've got this cribbage peg on my desk in front of me.
I mean, it's cribbage. All right.
Ryan's
all right.
pegging.
No, don't. Sanderford, please tell me you got a good one.
Fuck's sake.
I'll go for the word buzzard because of Dave's faux pas earlier. But I liked it.
No,
Spent all of our buzzard budget.
you see, now I can't fucking delete that. I
Cut
have to
it
leave
out.
in.
It was
No
so
editing here.
calculated.
No editing.
Yeah, very good. Very good. All right, Kirk, take it away for me.
All right. The first question: which of these Stardew Valley characters can't you marry? Alex, Emily, Clint, Sam, Leah.
Peg.
Yes,
Clint.
it is Clint.
I know my Stardew Valley romance, if nothing
Yeah,
else.
Ryan
Oh.
likes Stardew.
You've pegged all characters but Clint.
Okay.
He definitely had that one pegged, didn't he?
Oh, we got the episode title now.
No. Oh.
I don't think anyone wants pegging with Sandy Gordon. Like,
or do they?
We do now. All right. Okay. In Hollow Knight, what is the Dung Defender's real name?
I've got no idea. It's not pixel art.
Isn't it?
Good point.
Don't
That's
look.
what-
Some of them are going to be
Throw it
wrong.
out.
Don't
Throw
worry
it
about
out.
it.
The Dung
I
Defenders.
don't know.
Peg.
Today's theme is 2D indie games.
Yeah.
Great. Splice that in.
I will.
Yeah, it's because I meant to search Shovel Knight and just put Hollow Knight out of habit
Wow.
when I was looking for trivia. So I'm a professional.
All right,
Anyway,
Ryan, what is your
Like I
answer?
said, I buzzed it. If this is a complete guess, Graham.
I like it.
Funnily
Clint.
enough,
Buzzard.
no.
Clint.
Clint. No, no.
They're all like words that aren't words.
Yeah,
like
it's-
Zagram
I'm just
and
gonna
stuff
tell
like
you-
that,
Yeah.
I mean, that was close. It's Ogrim.
yeah. Oh, I was close.
It's close. Ogrim. Right. Okay. Next question. Pugnala in Vampire Survivors is inspired by which famous video game witch?
Peg.
Yes.
Bayonetta.
Fucking right.
Oh, wow.
That
like,
was
name-
not. That
name a
couldn't
video
be a
game
guess. What?
I threw the word witch in to make it for George. I was
Yeah.
like, George, this one's for you. And then you didn't get it.
I
I was
can't think
going to
of another
say
video
Pocky
game
and
which.
Rocky.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, all right.
All right, the next question, I'm going to give you the definition of a word in the dictionary, and you're going to tell me what game it's for.
Okay.
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 A person who works another job, often at night, for extra income.
Peg.
Oh,
Ryan?
Moonlighter.
It is. Fucking Ryan's running away with it.
Wow,
Jesus.
that's kind of a deep cut too.
I really thought I
That's
had
impressive.
that.
Okay. To the Moon was inspired by which Jim Carrey movie?
Buzzard. Moon?
It's not even a Jim Carrey movie.
Isn't it? No, it's not. You're right. What was I thinking of?
Anyone?
George Buzz.
Is it Truman Show?
It's not
Truman Show.
No.
Go on, Ryan. Just throw one out there.
You
might
can't
as
just
well.
say it twice and think,
Oh,
I'm going to say yours.
What's the name of the film where he gets god powers? Is it Bruce Almighty?
No. No,
Was that
it's
the
not.
name of the film though? Did
It
I get
is,
that
yeah,
bit?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, no.
Yeah, To the Moon's a pretty like dark, deep, existential kind of game, right? Or the narrative, at least.
Well,
It's really good, actually. Yeah.
Inspired
Yes.
by has a broad range. I didn't know how close it was.
Eternal Sunshine kind of is like that.
Mhm.
It can give you a crisis, I think.
Yeah.
All right, last question. You got to take a point from Ryan here. What is Celeste in the game Celeste?
Peg.
Yes?
It's the mountain.
Fucking hell. Yep, it is.
I knew that one too. I
Yeah,
just want to
she's-
point out the ones I knew. I knew Moonlighter and I knew that one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
put a
it's-
Bayonetta question in there for you, George. You're always asking for them.
I honestly,
Kirk,
I was going to say Pocky and Rocky.
I can't.
Kirk, how many
deal with
bloody
that.
points did he get?
He got 5 points.
God
Wow.
damn him.
Wow.
Well,
what
he's
a
got
weird-
5. He's got 5 points total because he won the first round as well.
All right, from the first
So,
round.
yeah.
That's fine.
Next up is a round of That Motherfucker Back There Is Not Real. The judge will give you a series of character names from pixel art games, and you have to figure out which one is made up.
Okay. You get 3 points if you buzz in and get it straight away. 2 if you get it second. 1 if you get it last. Here are some motherfuckers who are probably not real. First up, we've got Undertale characters. Monster Kid. Greedy Cow.
Buzzard.
Mad Dummy. Yes,
Greedy cow.
that's right. That's 3 points. All right. Next up, we got Stardew Valley, Ryan.
Ryan's not a real character.
Oh, thank you. Krobus, Bouncer, Henchman, and Bodyguard.
Peg.
Oh,
That was Ryan.
Henchman.
Is a real person.
oh,
George
Bouncer, no?
is a real person.
Oh, sad.
So, Sandy, it's between Krobus and Bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
Correct.
I knew it was between henchman and bodyguard, so I took a 50-50.
All right.
1
Next
point.
game is Children of Mortar.
Oh,
John
wow.
the Warrior, Linda the Archer, Clive the Assassin, or Mark the Monk.
Peg.
Buzzard.
Ryan
Mark the Monk.
is real.
Oh.
Were you going to
Do you
say that as well?
Yeah, I was, yeah. Because I don't remember that in the lineup. Clive the Assassin.
Is not real.
Ah,
Sandy's
yes.
got it.
Yes. Yeah, I knew
Never
it was
played
between that or the monk, but.
Sandy's took you over, Ryan.
Ooh.
Don't reveal that before the end of the round.
I don't
Tension
care. I
out.
just wanted to piss you off.
You're a terrible host.
I'm not a host. Dave's the host. I'm a
Well,
cunt.
whatever your job is, you're terrible at it.
All right. Next up, we've got Blasphemous 2. Odon of the Confraternity of Salt.
Oh, fucking.
Sounds real.
Clayfus Benedict of Blight. Synodo Hymn of the Thousand Voices. And Great Preceptor Radames.
Peg.
Oh,
Ryan
The Great Perceptor.
is real.
Wow.
I'll go 3.
What, Synodo Hymn of the Thousand Voices, George?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's real as well.
There was no way Kirk made that name up.
Buzzard.
All of them are dumb. All of them.
They're
Sorry,
all
brilliant,
real.
brilliant.
They're all real.
They're not.
No, they all sound real. I'll
no
go
one.
one.
He's also real.
No one got it.
It was Cleithus Benedict of Blight who wasn't real.
Oh, you did a good job.
You
there,
should have
Kirk.
known that. You
Should
known
be
that.
real.
We'll give you a point, Kirk. We'll give you a point. Now you're ahead of me, I think.
Okay.
Kirk doesn't get points. Hang on, he can't be the host and also win.
I'm not the
don't need-
host.
I don't need Kirk getting any exposure around here, let me tell you.
No. All right, Dave, let's go.
Just want to go straight into the next round.
Yeah, just go.
Suck
Just go
tension
for
out
it.
of the room, why
I don't
you?
care. I've already said that Sandy's winning.
That's the final result of the podcast. He's decided already.
Yeah, that's okay. We're playing Rate Your Stars Right for our final round this week. The judge will choose 16 games, and you have to guess whether or not the next game in the sequence has a higher or lower Metacritic rating.
Oh.
You get 1 point for each game guessed correctly, but it's passed on to the next player when you get one wrong.
Yep, and this time we're starting with Celeste, which has a Metacritic score of 92. Since George has the fewest points, we'll go with you first. Is Dave the Diver higher or lower than Celeste?
I would like to go lower, please.
It is lower. 1 point.
Good.
I'm on the board. On the board.
Is Undertale higher or lower than Dave the Diver?
That's got to be higher.
It is higher.
Okay. I would like. Usually it's opposite of what you think, but I was about to lose all hope.
Is A Short Hike higher or lower than Undertale?
Lower.
It is lower.
Oh, it's clean sweep time now. We're
It's
in.
not
is,
happening.
boy.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
Not now you've said that.
Is Pizza Tower higher or lower than A Short Hike?
Lower.
It's higher.
Oh.
Wow.
the
I'm
clean
shocked.
Sweep, so
People like
It's
Pizza
over.
Tower. People like it.
It's true.
Yeah.
People love
That's
pizza.
true.
People like pizza and towers.
They're both
Ryan.
delicious.
They are. Love eating towers. Ryan, is Hollow Knight higher or lower than Pizza Tower? Put Hollow Knight in there again, on it.
I mean, that
My
is
favorite. My
That is a
favourite
game.
pixel art.
that is a game.
I'm going to say Hollow Knight's higher.
It is higher.
I was actually going to ask if not having Shovel Knight in this list was like
I
was
just
like a conscious decision.
chose the wrong game. Like I
Uh-huh.
saw Knight, and
Yeah.
I've been so busy today. Honestly, it's just
So
So
wait,
I
is there
yeah.
actually
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a single Shovel Knight question?
no.
He'd be too good at him. He'd be too good at him.
I mean, look, that's I don't see that as a problem. I feel like it would be too easy for me to answer any.
Yeah,
of
that's it.
those.
I didn't
yeah,
do it because it'd be
but-
too easy for him.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
right.
it was
No,
it was
but usually,
premeditated.
When have you ever
Usually-
cared about making it too easy for the guests?
yeah, exactly. Usually it's aimed towards the guest.
Usually, I'm like, so which game were you in?
Was you in
Right.
Oh, nice.
Right.
5 points. 5 points.
Hey, I might still be winning here, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say, but yeah.
Exposure's on the line.
Did you get that? Did you get Hollow Knight? I've been completely
Yes,
derailed.
I said higher.
All right, Sandy then, since he lost. No, I'm joking. Is Proteus higher or lower than Hollow Knight?
Lower.
Yep, it's lower. Is Amori higher or lower than Proteus?
Ooh. Lower.
Incorrect.
Amori is also not pixel art.
Shh.
Is it 2D?
2D indie games,
2D
Yeah.
indie. Today's theme.
except a short hike.
Today's theme
Yes!
is...
No, but it is like
Look.
pixel. So it's,
Well-
whatever definition you like.
I was trying to keep them all relatively well known as well. That's
Today is the
problem.
wild card episode of the show. Okay, just puts in whatever games he wants.
This is the no sleep episode of the show.
Next up on the list is Horizon Forbidden West.
Is Moonlighter higher or lower than Amori?
Higher.
It's actually lower. I don't know why.
Amori is really high. It's really well rated.
Real? Is it really?
Moonlight is really
Moonlight is
good.
fantastic.
I love
and,
Moonlight so
Oh
much.
no,
I do as well.
No, I'm not
Moonlight's
having this fight.
amazing.
Amori is like.
I'm not saying it's
undertone
bad.
good.
I'm saying Moonlighter is brilliant. That's all. So
It is a great concept. Yeah.
Oh, that was a bit of shade.
Well, I
Look, they're
Poor
2D. They don't
execution.
cast shade. That's how it works.
great save. I'm friendly with the devs, so I don't want to say too much. I'm biased.
Well, they're great.
It's
anyway.
okay. They won't listen to this podcast.
No, they won't. Okay, George, is Unpacking higher or lower than Moonlighter?
Higher.
Higher. Is it higher or lower?
Yeah.
though? No, it is higher.
I'll go higher.
Is To the Moon higher or lower than Unpacking?
I have to admit, I nerded that one. I just made it up when it came to it. I'll go lower.
It is lower.
Actually, surprised by
Surprising. Yeah, same.
Is Blasphemous 2 higher or lower than To the Moon?
Higher.
It is higher.
Wow.
Can I
That
just
is
say,
well, I remember that.
I wrote To the Moon as The Moon on the doc, just so you know how my mental capacity is at.
That's the prequel.
The Moon.
The moon. The.
Good one, Ryan. Thank you. Is Starbound higher or lower than Blasphemous 2, George?
I've not heard of that either. I'll go lower.
It is lower. You're just fumbling your way to victory right now.
I thought that'd be low.
I'm not fumbling. I'm using my good knowledge of indie games. I reviewed 5 this month.
You said I don't know this one exactly before you answered the question.
I'm following the graph. That's what you got to do. You follow the graph.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I've played this game before.
It's like
Strategy.
counting cards. We got to stop them from doing this. We gotta
Well,
ban this.
I still think George looks up all the Metacritic scores before, and she's just like,
Yeah.
Well, I do
Darren
look at
Brown's
Metacritic
it.
scores every day. I can tell you Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 right now.
go on
Ooh.
then.
Are they in the list? They could be.
Yeah, they are. They are pixel art indies.
My favourite, my favourite pixel art indies.
Is Children of Mortar higher or lower than Starbound, George? You don't know that game either, do you?
No. Lower?
It's higher.
Oh.
Mm.
It's on to
See,
Ryan.
that's the problem. 2 games I don't know, then I'm in a sticky situation.
Got him.
Ryan, is Triangle Strategy higher or lower than Children of Mortar?
My favourite Square Enix
Endix.
Square Enix, yeah.
I think it's lower.
It's higher.
Oh god,
Banger.
Oh my
Triangle
god,
Strategy.
if you could see these scores right now.
I bet we're all even. Just got so many.
Okay, Sandy, this is the last one.
Oh boy.
Get it
Oh
right.
my god. Everything's on the line.
Triangle Strategy, is Unsighted higher or lower than that?
Unsighted.
Mm-hmm.
Lower.
Fucked it. Absolutely fucked it, Sandy.
Yeah. Yeah. That was devastating.
I would have said lower as well. To be fair.
I would
Sandy.
have too.
Come on.
I'm gonna be honest. I do not know what Unsighted is.
Me neither. That's not the point.
It's good.
I did
It's a good
fuck it
game.
though. That is
Yeah.
true. I
I
did still fuck
played
it.
it. I played that one.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is it good?
I don't remember much about it, so I would have said Triangle Strategy is better. Because I remember that
Well, at the end of that, Ryan is last with 6 points. George and Sandy have 7 points each.
Oh.
Wow.
That means it's a tiebreaker.
Comeback of
Does
the
it?
century.
That means you've got to saw one of my belts in half and share it between you.
Oh, he's got his belts out again. He hasn't even won this time. What's that all about? How are we going to do a tiebreaker, Dave?
Don't worry, I've got it. I've
Make
got
up a
it.
question. You're the
I
fucking
can't just
quizmaster.
make up a question.
Don't worry, I've got it.
I
I've
can't
got it.
pull the other questions.
No, we'll do the tiebreaker as we have done in the past once before, and
Oh,
that is
closest
you will both
Metacritic, yeah.
the closest guess, and the game
Oh.
that I am thinking of is
Shovel
Shovel
Knight.
Knight, and I want
real?
the user score. I want the user score.
Oh,
The
the
user
user.
Oh, the
score.
user score. Damn.
If they both get this wrong, I want a chance to make it a 3-way tie.
All right, hit it. What's your guess?
I'm gonna
George?
go. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go.
Remember you're on the user score here. We're having fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, so make sure you Google the right one.
9.2. 9.2.
Okay, Sandy.
Damn, I was gonna say 9.2 also.
Price is
The
Right.
play here is to either go like one above or
We're
one
trying
below.
to break the tie, right? Not tie again. All right, I will say. I'll say 89, 8.9.
The user score is 8.1.
Wow.
That is a tragedy. Tragedy.
For the
Agreed.
record, I
Um,
would have said 8.5.
But it does mean Sandy wins.
Yeah, Sandy wins, but I want to say, is the critic score 89? Sorry, I need to know. Is the critic score 89?
85. It's 85.
85.
That is a
Oh, wow.
tragedy.
I am looking at the PC score for the original 2014 release, to
Ah.
be clear.
What about
Yeah, so
Hollow
that's-
Knight?
I don't know. Doesn't matter, mate.
I'm joking.
It was on the list. Wait, Hollow Knight got 9.
Yeah, based on sales, I would imagine Hollow Knight to be a little higher, or higher in general.
Those motherfuckers.
All those high scores for Hollow Knight are just people who haven't played Shovel Knight.
That's
Yes.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
are incredibly similar games.
I mean, there are people that confuse them all the time simply because they have the word knight in them, which blows my mind.
it is a little bit confusing. Do you know what? It's like the Outer Worlds and Outer Wilds, isn't it? It's that situation.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I
get
guess
that.
that's fair. I confuse To the Moon and The Moon the all the time. I mean, that's
Yeah.
There's a game called The Moon.
That was hard. The
They do
Moon
at least
the-
share a
Oh
word.
my God.
The Moon the.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, okay. I didn't catch the second for a minute.
It's been a long day, Kirk.
It's been a long fucking life, to be honest. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Just
Anyway,
the last episode. Yeah.
I think Sandy should be allowed his exposure.
yeah,
Give it to me.
That's illegal.
that's it. That's your exposure.
No, like, bit of
Do you wanna
time to
pro-
plug? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to plug anything, Sandy, while you're here? I mean, there's not many listeners, but you can plug away.
I will peg Mina the Hollower, which we'll hopefully have a release date for before too long. No promises, but we're aiming toward that. Yeah, I mean, I think any fans of top-down retro style games like Link's Awakening or Castlevania games or even Bloodborne, there's a tinge of Bloodborne in Mina as well. So yeah, if that sounds interesting to you, go check out the trailer on YouTube. You can also find me personally at Bandygrass on Twitter. Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything to shill. I'm just here to have fun.
Or you can
So.
just go in his house.
Or you
You
can
wanna
come
find
over
me.
and we'll play Hollow Knight together.
You had. It took me a minute to realise that was the other game as well. That makes it even worse.
You realise this episode has to be called Hollow Knight with Sandy Gordon now.
No, don't you dare!
Everyone will just think we're all fucking idiots.
The ultimate injury.